Hello YouTube and welcome back to Fire Gaming Project. So in today's short video, I will be doing a Gorou review, and obviously he's been out already for the patch 2.3, but 2.3 is almost over. Tomorrow, literally, this banner with Ito and Gorou on it is going to be leaving, and Shenhe's banner and Xiao's banners basically will be coming. So I thought I'll just wrap this up basically to close off this patch 2.3 with a Gorou review, and following this video I will be doing an Arataki Ito review and a Barbara review as well. So do check those out. I have done other character reviews as well, so also do check those out. And I've already done my predictions videos for 2.5, which is even like further down the road, but getting close now that 2.4 is coming out. So do check those out as well. But let's just start with Gorou here. So I only have I think 2 copies of him. But we'll talk about that after. So I only leveled him up to 70 out of 80, so 5 ascension levels out of 6, just to get the free Acquaint Fate, basically, and also to unlock his final talent. I gave him the Amos bow only because I already had it, and this was actually previously on my Kujo Sara, but I was building the Favonius Warbow and was going to give him this, but what I did do was I swapped them so that for the purpose of this video, but also because I'm no longer using Kujo Sara. I had even mentioned in my Kujo Sara video way back that they're going to be similar characters, and they basically are, okay? Kujo Sara basically buffs Electro for Raiden Shogun, and Gorou basically buffs GEO for Ito and other GEO characters, right? And maybe even Noelle too, because he does buff defense or DF a little bit more too. So anyway, so other weapons that you could give him, I would not recommend giving him any of the 5-star bows. You could definitely do that if you love him, but I would just skip all of that. He would not do well with any elemental mastery because GEO is not an elemental mastery type of reactionary element. So unless you're using him for crit damage or crit rate, I don't think you need that either. So you could probably build him with a Rust if you have extra ones lying around, but there are better characters who can utilize this. So I won't go into that, but basically, yeah, that's fine. You could give him energy recharge. Sacrificial bow is fine. Favonius bow was the one that I was considering originally too, remember? And I would just leave it at that, basically. Yeah, long story short, it's pretty straightforward. Amos bow was just because I had an extra one, like I said, and it was on Kujo Sara, but I actually don't use her that much, and I thought she would take better use of it for charge attacks, but I don't use her. So I just gave it to him instead. He doesn't even use charge attacks. So this is just a placeholder for him for now. But at least it's just an attack percentage bonus. Artifact-wise, of course, we have the new Opulent Dreams, but also because he does have energy recharge issues, so it's better to give him the emblem set, in my case, because I also had leftover pieces, okay? So from my Kujo Sara and my Raiden Shogun phase, and from trying to get extra pieces. So I would just say, because he's a support character, I would not recommend farming specifically for him. Originally, I was going to give him 4-set Husk, but I did not bother, because technically he's not going to be on the field that much. It doesn't matter if he gets stacks or not because he's not going to be like a damage dealer, so I didn't even care for that. So I'm just going to quickly go through this. So I decided to give him 2-piece Husk and 2-piece Emblem of Sever Fate, and this was in I guess consultation or in discussion with some people on my stream, so thank you guys so much for your discussion and your tips at that time. So I just went with that, and then I just picked pieces that make sense for his build. As you can see, these pieces have lots of defense substats as well, so it just worked out, you know? And then obviously having a defense main stat is important for him, and then GEO damage bonus main stat here. As you can see, we're trying, and then I gave him a defense piece for this one as well, because I don't think anyone else is going to want them, right? So this was just to make sure that he gets the set. Constellation-wise, I did get the first constellation. Not that it's like super important, but it is good. Basically, many people have told me that, of course, for 4-star characters, if you can get all the constellations, that'd be the best. I am not going hard and heavy on this banner. I did not go hard and heavy on the Hu Tao banner. Oh, I went hard and heavy for her, but not for Toma. And with that one, I only got Toma at the end, and I got C0 for him. So for C1, I think that it's okay, right? Like it adds extra GEO damage to opponents, and the cooldown, etc., is decreased, right? Basically, as long as they're basically GEO damage within the area of effect. So C2 is the duration is extended for obviously more effect for the GEO buff, right? And then the effect can occur. Yeah, okay. Sorry, let me reread this. The effect can occur every 0.1 seconds. Max extension is 3 seconds. Because I'm trying not to read everything. I'm just reading a little bit and just saying the important part here, because obviously you guys already know. This is plus 3 levels. This one, C4, basically it will heal active characters Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know he could heal a little bit. Within its AoE by 50% of Gorou's own defense, okay? And then the C5 is obviously at 3 + 3 levels, and then C6, it increases the crit damage of all nearby party members and their geo damage, etc., based on his level of field time and however many of them are inside the field, right? You know, so it's cool, right? So basically, he's a really solid geo buff character, and also he can transfer some of his defense. If you look at his talents here, so you normally I didn't really want to level up his normal attack. I'll be very honest with you, but I just decided to do it for consistency to make him 666. I will not proceed to make him any higher. I left my Kujo Sara at 666, and I just figured that's good enough. I mean, I didn't even care. I don't even use them anymore. After he gets his companionship to level 10, I probably won't be using him much anymore either. So, his E, obviously, his E and his Q are actually pretty much the same thing. They basically buff however many geo characters you have with a maximum of 3, including himself. So, you know, you can get a death bonus, you can get a resistance to interruption, and a geo damage bonus, okay? And then this one just makes it so that it goes around with him instead, and it follows him, more or less. And then this one, all nearby party members' defense is increased, so then this is a death buff. And this one, the skill damage is increased by 150%, 156% of his death. So it is scaled by his defense, hence giving him the 2-piece husk gives him an extra buff for his defense, so that's okay. And skill damage and crystal damage, collapse damage is increased by his 15.6% of his defense as well, right? And then this is just for him to locate unique resources in Inazuma, which is fine. So anyway, we're going to quickly do this. I want to make it clear and just wrap this up a little bit. So he will not be able to kill things off himself, but what he will be able to do is help the other people kill off the boss, I mean. And I do have 3, Geo characters in this team, so we're trying to get the maximum buff, basically. And in this case, I will try to do it with Geo characters and see if we can. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to try to lay down again, just to buff that up. It's pretty solid, right? So overall, it's not too bad. Anyway, Gorou is a good defense buff and a geo buff booster, as we already know already, and I just want to quickly do this video before his banner ends. That's the only reason. Overall, he's a pretty decent character, but I would not recommend investing too highly in him anyway. Now, with Itto on the screen, you'll notice that I will be doing an Itto review right after this. So do stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.